Down the rabbit hole I go. Let's get into it.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're all well. So this is a quick update video on the Kawasaki Moriwaki project build. So in the last video I had compression problems with well, one cylinder, but all of the cylinders really. I think I actually said it was number 1 cylinder. I meant to say it's one of the cylinders and it was number 4 cylinder. So anyway, I've actually making this video now before the last one gets released. So just in case you thought, oh, it's people making comments. Anyway, so put that aside. So I thought, do you know what can be the cause of compression failure? Well, it could be anything. It could be the valves, leak through the valves. It could be head gasket, piston rings, all that kind of stuff. So I thought, right, I'd take the head off, which I did, and well, that's all gone and it's all over here. Look at that. And basically what I did, I stripped the head completely apart and I cleaned everything. I ported it all. I got my die grinder in there as well, so I polished things up a little bit, and also reground the or reset the valves, reground the valves. So it's basically all good to go at that point. It's all cleaned up and ready to go. The cylinders itself here, they actually look really good. No issues there at all. Again, give it a good clean, and yeah, basically for 2 days I've been trying to get old gaskets off, which has been a right pain in the backside, but I've got most of it off. I think just some gasket sealer on there, and I think I'll be good to go. On the base gasket area here, this was a really tough to get off, and I actually noticed there was already some damage there from who'd ever gone there previously as well. So I think definitely some gasket sealer is going to go on there. I'm not going to try and get it right down to bare metal. It's as plush as it's going to be. If I try and get that off, that's basically going to damage that even more, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Pistons are out here, all cleaned. I've had a look at the piston rings. I'm in two minds whether to just get new rings or just to see how they are. I mean, as far as I can tell from a layman's point of view, they look okay. And also in the cylinders, they seem to be clean as well. Not a lot of bleed through there. I don't think it was a piston ring issue that was causing that compression. It's either my compression tester, which was up the duff, which I've got a sneaking feeling it is. And I really shouldn't have had it on the long tube. I really should have had it as short a tube as possible. But anyway, so I think I'm going to put it back as it is. Now, the big question was, should I split the whole engine apart now and just do the whole bottom end as well? And the thing is, I've checked the tolerance on the piston rods, so the connector rods here, and I think they're supposed to be 0.45 mil lateral play, and they're well within that. I think it must be about 0.3 or something like that, and that they're all equal, so they're well within tolerance. So I think the crankshaft itself is fine. I can't see any other issue with this apart from, you know, having to open it up. So what I'll do, I'm gonna risk this and just leave it as it is. Basically, I'm going to give a lick of paint over the bottom end, and then I'm going to start putting all the pistons back on, the heads back on, and see how I go. So I'm just waiting for a gasket set right now to come. That's engine gasket set, base gasket, head gasket, timing cover, sorry, valve cover gasket as well, and then I'll put that back together. But I think I don't think there's much of an issue with the bottom end. I could be wrong, but look, if it proves to be that there's an issue with the bottom end, then I'll just take the engine out and open it up again. But I really don't see the point opening up right now unless I thought there was a big problem with it. The only reason I've opened this engine up now is for that compression, which I think should be absolutely fine now, especially after I've done all the valves and I've put a new gasket in and new seal it around. It could have had actually a bit of leakage on the gaskets. There was a lot of debris around the gaskets as well, so I don't think it was even sitting right in certain areas, but there we go. Anyway, so that's it. I could go deeper into it, but it's almost like, well, let me just hold fire right now. Let's put it all back together, and then, you know, I can put this in a frame and talk about the electrics, get it started, get it fired up. That'll be the first thing. So once I've got the gaskets back, that all go back together, the engine, and obviously the pistons and all that sort of stuff. I mean, the pistons are actually in really good condition here. I don't know if you can see that. No scoring on them at all, so they're absolutely fine. I say the cylinder walls are absolutely fine, pistons are good. I found a couple of the fuel connectors for the carbs, so the next thing I'll do, once I've put all the engine back together, I'll strip these down, give them a really good service, and see if I can put them back completely together. Then basically I'm gonna get the wiring sorted out and see if I can fire it up. So that'll be the next video, as it were. But anyway, listen, this is the Kawasaki Moriwaki build. The engine is split apart, well, half of it is split apart, the top end, as I say, and that hopefully will be going all back in there, being all put back together, and hopefully it'll work, fingers crossed. But anyway, on to the next video, whenever that is. But as I say, it's an opportunity to test some tolerances here, and you know, especially with those connector rods, if they were out of tolerance of lateral play, and in other words the connector rod bearings were kaput basically, then it would be a complete strip apart. And because they're not, they're still within tolerance, that's why I'm not going to open it up. I'm just going to keep it as it is for now. But anyway, that's for another video and putting it all back together. So hopefully the next video, this will all be put back together. Then the carbs will have been redone, and put that back together, and then I'll sort out the wiring just to see if I can get it started on the bench before I put it into the frame. Right, catch you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like and share. Check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. Ta-ra.